Pretty cool.
They weigh hundreds of pounds.
Oh,
Probably.
yeah.
Hello, Mr. Buffalo.
Paige, what's happening up the road here?
Buffalo Jam!
Ready?
Yep.
Hey everybody, Haley family here. Brian and Jen talking to you today about Custer State Park.
And specifically the wildlife loop.
Yeah, so one of the first things that we did when we checked into our KOA in the Custer State Park, Black Hills, Mount Rushmore area is we drove through Custer State Park.
Yes.
And it was amazing. It was awesome. We
Yes.
had so much fun. So we wanted to take a couple minutes to talk to you about some tips that we learned about driving through Custer State Park.
First tip, just get a map.
Yep. Get a map.
Get a map.
These things are everywhere.
Yeah.
We found, I can't tell you how many copies I took, but we got some at our KOA. Any visitor center that you go to has these maps. Any of the national monuments, the state parks, any of those places have these maps. And when you go into Custer State Park, they give you a newspaper, and that also has this map in it.
Next tip, where to drive. We took 16A and did the wildlife loop, and that goes all the way south if you're looking at the map, and comes back up to 87, and then 87 goes right back up to 16A. So it is literally a loop.
Yeah, it's a nice circle. So when you enter the Custer State Park, you're going to buy a car pass, and the car pass is going to be good for 7 days. So you can drive this loop, or you can drive other loops in any which way you want. You can go south first, you can go north first, or whatever you want to do. So you have multiple days to be able to drive in the park. So know your route that you want to take and judge accordingly.
Yep. Next tip, pack a lunch.
Yeah, absolutely. Pack a lunch. There are a lot of places that you can pull off and see things. You can view the grasslands, you can go on a hike, you can see wildlife. So you want to make sure that you're there long enough that you have some time to sit and actually take it in. So pack a lunch. Sit in one of those pull-offs, or sit in your car, or go for a hike and eat your lunch while you're there. So.
Yep, and next tip, since you already got your lunch packed, you might as well take your time. Enjoy it.
Yes, this is not a quick thing.
No.
Even though it's a short trip, you are not going to be there for a short amount of time.
No.
Because there are wildlife everywhere, and they do cause jams in the traffic. So,
Buffalo jams. Everywhere. Donkey jams, burro jams.
Yes,
It happens.
There is stuff everywhere to see, and you're going to want to stop and see it. Like when we saw our first buffalo herd, we were amazed. So they were all over the place, and it was just spectacular to see how huge they really are and how close they would actually come to your car. So take your time. Just know that you're going to spend at least all of the morning or all of the afternoon, if not all day, in Custer State Park.
Next tip is be safe.
Yeah,
These things are huge. They're buffalo. They're wild animals.
Do not approach.
They will come right up to your car. They might even bump your car. Don't get out. They're huge.
Yeah. So it's for the safety of you and the safety of others to make sure that you follow the guidelines and make sure you're driving slow so you're watching for all those animals.
So that'll roll us right into our next tip. The wildlife loop. You will see the wildlife.
Yes.
The other parts of the park, like Needles Highway and the Iron Mountain Road, you won't see as much wildlife. So that's our next tip. To see the wildlife, stay on the wildlife loop, 16A and 87.
Yep.
To see the other things like the natural mountain structure and all of the tunnels and the man-made things, Needles Highway and the Iron Mountain Road.
It's awesome. You're going to see a lot of really cool things. June was a fabulous time for us to be there. I'm sure July is also very pretty. So know your season, know a good time of the day to go, and just enjoy yourself. It's a lot of fun, and you're going to see a lot of really awesome stuff. So if you like what we're doing, make sure you like our videos, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notifications for when we post more videos.